Today, we're going to go over the video domino, which is the video marketing strategy that we use to fill our appointment with qualified prospects who are interested in what we sell, know what we sell, and are ready to buy or at least take action. The cool thing about the video domino, and I'm going to show you, no matter what you sell or who you're trying to reach or where you're located, the video domino strategy will attract leads that are prepared and excited to buy. Now, on this call, I'm going to have two different spots for questions and answers. So if you have questions as you're going, here's what we're going to do for this webinar. I'm going to have you type your question in the chat. Ryan, he is my right-hand man here at the Branding Group. He is also co-hosting this webinar with me so that I can stay focused on the material. Ryan is going to compile those questions and send them to me. That way I'm not having to scroll through the chat as we go on. So we're gonna have a packed room. We had, I think, close to 70 people register for this webinar. So they are filing in. I can see the participant number go up as we go. So if you have questions, type it in the chat as you go. There is no such thing as a dumb question. They are all good questions. And I want to make sure that you walk out of this meeting or this webinar empowered and ready to take action. So here's the goals of what we're going to cover in today's training: how it works, why it works, and then what you can expect. In the how it works section, I'm going to go over what the video domino is. I'm going to be sharing the script, yes, the actual script of the videos, the strategy, and then the successful implementation. I'm going to show why it works. We're going to go into this, but the video domino works by leveraging multiple proven sales and psychology techniques. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. And then what you can expect. What is the cost per lead, how to keep ads from going stale, and more. So you're going to get all of that in our webinar training today. Now, one of the things that you see a lot, at least I do in the internet marketing space, there's a lot of people talking about video sales letters, but they never talk about how a video sales letter or a video marketing campaign can work for insurance. And that's what we're going over today. This is a video marketing strategy that we have been working on, honing on, perfecting, and tweaking for the last couple of years. Us and our clients spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads, making sure that this is working. So you're going to see some real examples, some case studies, all that good stuff during the training. And I'm going to show you the script that we've written, perfected, tweaked, modified, the whole bit. And so you can actually take the script during this webinar and use it for yourself. Now, I'm going to not hold anything back today during this 1 hour long training. I'm going to share the script. I'm going to share the ad setup, exactly how it works and what you can do, and then tips and tricks. I'm going to show you how we tweak our ads, improve the campaign as it goes, and more. So this is my goal for this webinar, this entire training, is for those of you, and I know there's a lot on this call because I recognize you from our VIP calls, a lot of you are action takers. So for those of you that are like, all right, Alex, I'm ready to take notes, I got my notepad out, I'm ready to rock and roll, this is for you. This is for you to start taking notes and take action. If you need help, I will share how we can help you implement and take action. But there is nothing held back. So for those of you that I know, many of you on the call emailed me before and said, is this going to work for that? Is this going to work for annuities? Is this going to work for this type of product? I'm going to get to all those questions as we go through, but the answer is yes, it works for all of those. And I'll show you how we tweak the video domino strategy for those specific insurance products and investment products. So let's go over how it works. Why do we call it the video domino? If we start with what we call the long video or the big domino, you start with a long video that explains one of the big benefits that you provide. So it starts with a video that's about 2 to 3 minutes. We have very clear calls to action. This is huge. This is one of the mistakes people make in their video ads, is they don't end with basically a hand-holding of taking the prospect and walking them down the road to the next step they have to take. So the video domino is all about very clear calls to action. Now, for those of you that have seen my ads, you will see me execute everything I'm about to teach you. In this, we have a long video that explains exactly what it is that we're looking to help you with. We have very clear calls to action on how to take the next step. And then we use Facebook tools. We use Facebook tools to follow people around. We implement analytics. I'm going to show you that, and create a custom audience around viewers who watch a large portion of the video. The video domino is all about, for the right person, I want you to picture a long line of dominoes, right? The long video is the big domino that topples. Now, because once the prospect, the person who's watching the video, once they believe that you can help solve the problem, a lot of the other smaller dominoes that get in their way from taking action start to fall, right? Those things could be, you know, the small dominoes, the objections in their mind could be, he doesn't know what I'm going through right now. He doesn't know my situation. He can't help me specifically. This works for other people, but not like me. Those small dominoes, those objections in their mind, we work on clearing those out using the video domino strategy. So by the time they get on the call, they're excited and they're ready to take action. They don't know what that action is, you know, or they don't know exactly what the insurance product is, what the investment vehicle is, but they're ready to take action after watching the video and executing on these strategies. So I want to share a fun story. Perry Marshall, in the book 80/20 Sales and Marketing, I actually was able to have lunch with Perry, brilliant guy in the internet marketing space. He shared a story about a guy that used to play cards in the Old West. And he would walk into these casinos with a shotgun. And obviously you can't do that nowadays. But he would walk into the casino with a shotgun. And all these people would be at the tables, you know, playing cards. The room would be full of people, you know, playing poker. And he would walk into the casino and he would sit down and he would rack his shotgun. And he would look around to see the people who would turn their heads and look at him. And those are the people that he wanted to play poker with, because he said those are the people, for him, he's looking for card players that are not paying attention to the table. So he's like, I want to play with people who are not fully engrossed in the game, and I want those people around my table because I figured those are the best card players for me to play with. What's the point of the story? The point of the story is that Facebook is a room full of your ideal prospects. Your video is what attracts those people to you. Then using our strategy of follow-up and you know, sales copy and all that, we bring them into your world. It's all about racking the shotgun and then helping you close the deal. Now, when we retarget people on Facebook, you become kind of a celebrity in their eyes, right? So we see this a lot with, you know, people who hop on a call with us for the first time. They're like, oh, Alex, I've seen your work. I love what you do. I've seen your videos. You're everywhere, man. Now, when they say that, I know that at some point they went to my website and now we're following them around with ads. It's the same thing that we want to do with you. We want to help you set this up so that in the eyes of your ideal prospect, the person who we have attracted, you become that celebrity in their eyes. How do we do that? Well, for the person who watches, let's say you're going to make a video about annuities or other investment vehicles, and you describe in a 2-minute video what it is that you do. You share a couple of client stories, and at the end, you give them an offer to set up a free consultation to see if you can help them stabilize their portfolio. Now, for the person that watches that initial video, they may sit there and watch that for a little bit and go, okay, I understand that now. Now that we have identified that person as someone who has sat down and watched a video for about 2 minutes to learn about how you can stabilize their portfolio, that's a pretty good indicator that they're somewhat interested. Because if they weren't, they would have left, right? They would start to watch that video, realize it's not for them, and kept scrolling. But if they watch that video, even if they don't take action, we can identify and say, that is someone who is interested in stabilizing their portfolio because they watched the minute long of their video. Does that make sense? So now what do we do? So now they watched the video, but they haven't taken action yet. And there's many reasons why they couldn't have taken action, but most of it is because they just don't know you yet, right? You haven't built up the trust, you haven't earned the right for them to set up a call with you. That's where retargeting comes in. And for those of you that have followed me on Facebook or Instagram, and you've seen a lot of my videos, my content following you around, you're like, I can't go anywhere without seeing Alex. That is a big part of the reason why. It's the law of familiarity. The law of familiarity simply states that psychologically, the more we see someone, the more we trust them, right? And so that's why celebrity endorsements are a big deal. You know, we don't know that individual on a personal level, but because of who they are and how they branded themselves and the way that, the little bit that we know about that person, we start to like them, and start to trust them. Does that make sense? And so we want to kind of create that with you, the celebrity status, with the people that have raised their hand and based on their actions said, I am interested in learning more about this. And so in the video domino, we start with a big domino, and then we have the little domino. The little domino is the retargeting. The retargeting ad, I'll show you the exact script that we use, but the retargeting ad reminds them of who you are, shares the stories of how you can help them quickly, and then gives them a very clear call to action. They just keep seeing it. So that is the big domino and the little domino. And we retarget them because we want to create that celebrity status. And I'll start talking about some of the cost. Here's the cool part. We're getting video views of people watching a full 3-minute video, anywhere at 56 cents to 82 cents. And I'll show you some specifics in a little bit. We recommend a daily ad spend of $11 per day. Now, video is proven to work as a delivery method for connecting to your audience. There's nothing like being able to look someone in the eye and listening to them speak. There's so many different types of ads. I have found that video, especially when it comes to a product that requires a relationship, and insurance and investment, they rely on a relationship. At the end of the day, they could buy insurance from a lot of different people. They could they could talk to a lot of people about their portfolio, but it's about that relationship. It's about trust. Video works to establish trust and get them to recognize you and become familiar with you. So when they watch that video, when they start seeing your face, when they hear your voice and recognize it, imagine how much better that phone call is going to be when you get on the phone and they hear the same voice. Now they're picturing you because they've seen your face on Facebook before. It makes the conversation go a lot easier. So here's some typical costs that we see on Facebook and Instagram right now for someone to watch a full 2 to 3 minute video explaining the process and explaining how you can help them. Around 56 cents to 82 cents, less than $1. Do you know how much it costs to do that kind of thing on TV? Oh my gosh, right? So I know that they're not the same, but comparing a TV commercial where you have about 30 seconds, you are not able to identify exactly who's going to watch that video, right? Because it only shows up on a channel like ESPN or like an NBC show. Like you pick like these are the as best as I can guess. These are the people that I want to talk to, the people that are watching the show. That's as good as it gets when it comes to video ads using TV commercials. But on Facebook, you can get super duper specific, which I love, and we'll go over that a little bit today on the call. We can help you out more on that later. But I can get an ad in front of somebody who is within a 25-mile radius of your house that has, based on their actions on Facebook, indicated that they are an active investor. And based on their actions on Facebook, indicated that they own their own home. Again, these are all based on their actions. They're not telling Facebook that. We have to guess that by what they do on Facebook and Instagram. But we can get really honed in, really specific, and then show the video ad that you have just to those people. That's really powerful. For those of you selling health insurance or Medicare, we can target your health insurance video ad to someone who is like a married person who has kids. So now you're targeting families. For those of you that are selling Medicare, we can show your ad only to 64-year-olds. It's a really powerful vehicle. So let's go to the next slide. Let me show you. I did make a note, competitive advantage. So this is big. We talked about relationships. We talked about how insurance requires relationships. Investment products require relationships. Let's talk about the competitive advantage that you're going to have. Now, every single day, give or take, my ads are seen by roughly 25,000 people. And out of those 25,000 people, we get full calendar scheduled every single day. My competitive advantage is people who reach out to me and talk to me on the phone have already seen me, right? Your competitive advantage to the other insurance agents that are offering similar products in the same area are the person that you're talking to knows what you look like. They've heard your voice. They've heard the story of how you can help people. Now, when you get on the phone with them, even if they're talking to a couple other people, they know you. You have that that familiarity to them. The more relationships you can build and foster, the more your business will grow. Video helps you to create and foster relationships. Now let's go over some of the case studies that we have. First, we're going to talk, I'm sorry, I thought that my case studies were next. Let's talk about Facebook. So Facebook is laser targeted. Now, for those of you that have done a giveaway funnel with us before, you know how specific we can get on this. Now, you can tell Facebook exactly who you want to watch your video, and you don't have a limit on the length of time. Now, we recommend a video of about 3 minutes in length, but you can do a little bit longer. One of our best performing video ads for ourselves was about 6 minutes long. We don't recommend that right now, but we had people watching this full 6-minute video and then scheduling a call. It worked well. The right person will take the time. We talked about this before. I want to keep hitting on this. One of the biggest questions I get when I talk about video ads is, they'll look at their demographics, or they'll look at the stats of their ads and they'll go, okay, Alex, I can see that my ad was shown to 1,000 people for $10 a day. And out of those 1,000 people, it looks like, most of them stopped watching before the halfway mark. And that's not a bad thing, because the right person will take the time to watch the video the whole way through. Because if we can have, let's say, 15, 20 people watching your entire video, your entire presentation every single day, that is going to put you in a position to get a lot more business. And we want to cut through the noise. A video is a great way to introduce yourself, pique curiosity, and make a warm invitation to learn more. When you're scrolling on Facebook, you see a lot of, these catchy stock photos, or, these attention-grabbing graphics. But you don't see a lot of people looking you in the eye and sharing with you how they're going to help you. That's the difference with the Video Domino. Video Domino, we use your face as you're telling the story directly to the camera. There's power in that. You see me doing it in my video ads. The reason is we have found that the more they see me, they hear my voice, and they can connect with me and my message, the more chance we have of actually being able to help serve that person. They feel like they can trust me because they know me now. We want to set up the same thing with you. So here's some real life examples. My man, Paul Barrett, he's a Medicare agent in New York. This video is only shown to 64-year-olds in the states that he is licensed to help. Paul got appointment requests for around $15 each. The leads watched his video where he explains who he is. He shares some client testimonials of who he was able to help, and then he gave a very clear call to action at the end with a website, his number so they could call or text him directly, and they could fill out the form on Facebook. His closing ratio for these appointments, around 75%. Why are they so much higher? Because they know him, they see him, they hear him, they hear the stories. And I love this. He called me to tell me this. I told him that I was working on this, and he said, let people know that when I get on the phone with people, they talk to me as the Medicare guy. They see me as, because they know it. So it's about creating that celebrity status. One of the people that he talked to said, I figured I should finally reach out and talk to the Medicare guy. And so in her eyes, he was the Medicare guy. That's powerful. So it worked really well for him. And I want to talk about my man, Carlo. We did a video domino for Carlo about stabilizing your portfolio. This video marketing campaign is set up to get investment leads for life insurance products. So he does IULs, he does whole life, and he also, depending on how the conversation goes, introduces annuities. So this far exceeded our expectations. He was getting leads of people wanting to talk about their portfolios for around $5 to $7 each. And so we were targeting the state of California. We were able to hone in on people who have identified themselves as investors. And they were scheduling appointments with Carlo and his team, $5 to $7 a piece. When the prospects talked to him, they knew who he was because they saw him. They had an idea of the solutions he would be talking to them about. So as you can see, he did a little whiteboard video in the back there, and that worked really well. So it made the conversation a lot easier than a cold lead, because they weren't cold. As far as they knew who Carlo was, and they knew what they were going to talk about. So now it just became a matter of, putting the numbers together. Which solution is the best way for you to go. So extremely successful video marketing campaign from a man, Carlo. All right, so now we're going to move on to the script. But before we do, I want to go over, is there any questions specific to the video domino process? Let me know if there are. So let me see. I don't see any questions. Great. So I'm going to walk right on through to the actual script for the big domino. All right, so the big domino, it's that first video. It's about 2 to 3 minutes long. What do you say in the big domino? What is the video sales letter script for this? So the first video, they say you should follow this proven outline. 1, who you are. 2, what problem you solve. 3, client testimonial number 1. 4, the second client testimonial. And then 5, the call to action. So this is the outline. It is straightforward. You should be able to get it done in about 3 minutes. This is it. This is the outline. So let's go over some specifics. All right. So who you are. The introduction should be a single sentence, no longer than 3 seconds of audio time, because they don't care who you are yet. So it could be something like this. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm an insurance agent based in Reading, and I want to talk about blank. So hi, my name is Jim. I'm an insurance agent based in blank, and I want to talk about blank. That is the introductory sentence. The next sentence, the next section in your video is what you're going to tell them. One of the most powerful sales tools is to tell people what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. So that's what we're following in the video domino. So now we're going to tell them. We're going to say, if you feel like you are overpaying for final expense insurance, or that your current insurance isn't going to cover your needs, this video is for you. So you start by an intro. Who are you? Then you say, if this is you, this video is for you. So this intro shouldn't take more than a few seconds. So by the time you're about 10 seconds in, you've told them who you are, and you're telling them if this video is for you. If it's not for them, guess what? They're going to leave. And that's okay, because this video is not for them. So now that we've told them who you are, and we've told them what the problem is that you're going to address in the video, now we go into the first client testimonial. You want to pick a testimonial that highlights a pain point that you solve, a common pain point. And it goes something like this. My big aha moment came when my client, Ryan, came to me with a problem. You identify the problem, be specific, and make sure it ties into your introduction. For example, when Carlo did his video about investment products, he said, my big aha moment came to me when my client blank came to me with a problem. He was losing sleep at night because his portfolio was going up and down. I was able to help him get into a stable investment vehicle so now he could sleep better and know that his money was growing without the risk of having the market fall underneath him. See what I did there? That's the big aha moment. So the client testimonial continues. The client had tried solution 1, solution 2, but it wasn't working. They didn't feel peace. I'm sure you've experienced the same. What's going to happen? The person listening to this is going to go, man, that story sounds just like me right now. Like with Carlo, he shares about what the person was going through, sure that he couldn't lose sleep, and what he had tried before, you know? And then, now that you can say, look, I'm sure you've experienced the same. They're going, yeah, that does sound like me. For those of you who are saying like, slow down, I'll send you the recording. It's important you point out the competing solutions and label them as failures for the pain point you're addressing. You don't need to explain why it didn't work, but you need to break the belief pattern that those other solutions could be the fix. So that's why we do that. That's why we mentioned the competing solutions in the video or in the testimonial. So now we want to end with a win. I worked with blank and we did blank. So example, I worked with Jim and we set him up with an indexed universal life policy, an IUL. In only short time frame, we were able to blank. So in only 1 week, we were able to stabilize his investments and let him sleep better at night. Does that make sense? It's very clear cut, very short, but very powerful. Every sentence in this client testimonial flow that we've written here is written with purpose and intent to break down beliefs that other systems will work, to tell them exactly how long it will take them, because we want to eliminate the cloud of confusion around what they're getting into. And then end with a win. You have solved the problem. You identify the problem that your client had, hoping that it meets the same problem your viewer is having. You share the competing solutions that your client tried, because the person watching has probably done the same thing. And then you show them how quickly you were able to get them a solution. And so now they can go, aha, I can see how long it's going to take. Let's go to the next slide. Second client testimonial. So you start by the introduction. You tell them what it is that you are going to tell them. You share a client testimonial of doing exactly what it is that you stated you were going to do. So for example, I'm going to show you how to, for the final expense insurance example, the client testimonials will be about setting them up with a great final expense policy. And then you continue to hit on that. So the second client testimonial goes like this. Like so many people, client name had a hard time identifying the payoff. Here's what I did to help and the solution we used for them. Again, every single sentence that we do in this is written with intent and purpose. So like so many people, James had a hard time getting blank. So using the investment product example, like so many people, James had a hard time getting consistent wins in the stock market. Here's what I did to help and the solution we used for him. And so what you're doing is, again, you're identifying another pain point. It could be the same one as client testimonial 1, and you're sharing, like so many people, in other words, you're not alone in this. We helped him. Here's what we did. You're identifying the solution. Now, so you follow the same process in the second testimonial as you did in the first, as far as the steps that you take, the examples that you use, and you show them this is how long it took me. So you do that on both of the testimonials, and then you went to the call to action. Call to action goes like this. We need to be very clear, because just assume that the person watching has no idea who you are. They have no idea how to get a hold of you. So we need to be very clear on the multiple ways that they can reach out to you. This is why Paul Barrett's ad works so well for an older demographic that maybe they're not used to using Facebook lead ads. They have no idea what happens when they click it and a form pops up, but they do feel comfortable calling him. So people would literally just call him on the phone. So, all right, at the end of the video, you want to share your phone number, you want to share your email address, and you also want to encourage them to click on the button below. The video should have all of the options for contacting you very clear in the headline, very clear. So we end with a call to action. You can say, look, I can help you. Here's how you can reach me. You can click on the button below. It'll open a form. You can fill in your information, and I'll reach out to you so we can schedule an appointment. Or you can call me. Here's my number. Boom. Or you can text me. Here's the best way to text me. You can text me right now. Boom. If you prefer to email, here's my email address. Boom. Lay it out. Let's give them all the options, right? Because what you're going for is you want people to reach out to you to schedule an appointment. Whether they do that via calling you, texting you, filling out the form, at the end of the day, you just want people on your calendar who have watched the video so they know how you're going to help them. They've heard the client testimonials of you actually doing it, so there's trust there. And now they're ready to take action, right? They're ready to go. So that's the power of that big Domino video script. Now, how do you shoot the video? I saw this question already. I'll go ahead and answer right now. You shoot the video using your cell phone. You want to write down the script, or if you grab what we have, we'll just send you the script. You can print it out. Shoot the video one section at a time, and then edit them together to be one long video. Like I said, max about 3 minutes. You're going to upload the video to your Facebook page. So you take the big Domino, you shoot the sections. Shoot the intro, and then you telling them what you're going to tell them. Shoot the client testimonial. Shoot the second client testimonial, and then shoot the end. And then using video editing, put them all together in one. You go to your ads manager to set up a new campaign. After you've uploaded the video to your Facebook page, you go into your ads manager. Now, for those of you that are do-it-yourselfers, this is gold, and I'm going to send you the replay. For those of you that are like, I don't want to do this stuff, don't worry. At the end, I'll share with you how we can help you do this. But you're going to upload your video to the ads manager, set up a new campaign. The campaign, I'm sorry, is going to be a lead generation ad, which means that when the prospect takes action, they're filling out a form right on Facebook. They're not going to a landing page. They're clicking it, and a form pops up right on Facebook, right on Instagram, so they can enter their name, their email, and their phone number. Cool. So now we recommend when you set this up using a split test. We want to use minor variations of the ad text that shows above the video. We have some of our clients that use pretty much the full transcript of the video as the ad text. We have some that say, if you need help with Medicare, you can click on the button below, call me at here, or email me here. Like, it's very simple. That works too. Try multiple kinds and see which one you think is getting the best results based on what Facebook is sharing with you. There is no wrong. Yeah, any variation that works is the one that we want to continue using. We have no emotional attachment to our ads. We just want the ones that work. So you shoot the video with your cell phone, you post it on your Facebook page, then you make an ad campaign. It's a lead generation ad. So now the celebrity status. I want to talk about retargeting. So this is a real example of one of our retargeting ads here. So are you covered by Medicare is another Medicare agent. This guy is Greg. And so he did a retargeting ad. He did two, actually. He had one that went out to people who watched his video. He had another that went out to people who entered his giveaway. So he's just following people all around. So with retargeting, I want to go over mindset, because most of us, until we do a retargeting ad, it's kind of this weird, like, what does that even mean? A retargeting ad is like you are showing up over and over and over again to the same people. You're retargeting a very small audience in order to become familiar to them. The more familiar you are with someone, the more trustworthy you become. It's just how we work. The goal for the retargeting video is to be the first person they think about when they think of your solution. And when they see your video, they take action. Example, what I mentioned earlier about Paul. The woman called him and said, "You're the Medicare guy." When I talked to Carlo and we did one of our check-ins to see how the campaign was working, the guy was like, he had multiple stories of people telling him, you are blank. Like they recognize him, they have their own nickname for him. It creates this familiarity. They're like, "Oh, I'm so glad to be talking to you on the phone. I've seen your videos." They feel like they trust you now. So notice here, Greg shot this. I want you to see how almost like intimate this video is. You can see the same thing with Paul and Carlos, but look at this one with Greg. You see how he's like holding his video here. It's a cell phone video. It's like right in front of his face, and he's just talking into it. And when you watch the video, it just feels like he's talking directly to you. That's what we want. That's the feel that we want. We would just do it right on the cell phone. And then what we did for him was we put the little title up there, and then we put the caption. See the caption is on the bottom? So that way, if the person scrolling through Facebook doesn't want their sound to go on, they can just read what he's saying. They don't have to turn the sound on because maybe they're not in a position where they can play the sound. So now let's go over the retargeting video script. Again, every single line was written with purpose and intent because this has to work, right? So remind them of who you are and what they saw the first time. So this is how we start. "Hi, my name is Alex. I'm an insurance agent based in Reading. You recently watched my video where I shared the stories of Bob and Jim." That is how we start. So now what you're doing is you're reminding them of the video that they watched. We know that they watched it because Facebook told us they watched 50% or more of the video. Right? So this is the retargeting is only showing to the people who have already invested that time into the video. Then you kind of call them out a little bit. "I noticed you didn't sign up for a call yet. I wanted to reach out to you and see how I could serve you." Again, this is a cell phone video that is shot. They're seeing it as they scroll through Facebook or Instagram, and you're telling them, "I noticed you didn't sign up for a call yet, and I wanted to reach out to you to see how I could serve you." It's powerful. They're like, "Oh, He's talking right at me. He knows. Remind the viewer of what they learned in the long video. So you're telling them what they watched. You're telling them, hey, you didn't sign up for an appointment yet. And then you're reminding them again of the pain points that you identified in the video. In the video you watched before, I shared the frustration my clients had with blank and blank. So for those of you that are selling annuities. In the video you watched before, I shared the frustration my clients had with their portfolio and declining retirement accounts. For those of you that are selling Medicare, it could be like in the video you watched before, I shared the frustration that my clients had with their Medicare plans and not having enough coverage. Make sense? I help client name one with solution in only a short time frame, and I can help you too. You're reminding them of the story. You're reminding them of how quickly you can get them results, and you're telling them you can help them as well. It's powerful. Every word in the script is chosen specifically to get them to take action. Then we move on to reminding them about the second testimony that you shared. I also shared the story about client name 2 and how competing solution 1 and a competing solution 2 just didn't work for them. I was able to, what's the payoff? Help them get a better policy, help them stabilize their investments, etc. in only blank. Does that make sense? So what you want to do there is you were reminding them about the solutions that did not work. And then you're sharing, I was able to help them in only this amount of time. So again, reminding them how quickly they can see results. Now, you end it with a very strong call to action. Now, in this example, we're pushing them to click on the button and the call and the text. When you do it, make the call to action specific to how you want them and all the different ways that they can reach out to you. So it would end like this. Let's schedule the call. Click on the button below or call me at blank or text me at blank. It shows up very clear, very easy, right? You do not want them to have to look around trying to find your contact information. We should show it right there on the video. Boom. Video editing is key. I see questions coming in. I'll get to them in just a moment. Video editing is key in this. It's very important to use the title bar on the top, as you saw in Greg's. It's like, do you need help with Medicare? Every single video we do has a clear title because as people are scrolling, even though they're looking at you right in the eyes, we need to tell them what it is that you're about to share with them. Also, you got to have those little captions down there so people can read it. Most users will have their sound off, and the captions allow them to get the message you're sharing without having to turn the sound up on their computer. If you don't feel comfortable editing video, I will make an offer to help you at the end. But if you prefer to use a freelance video editor, budget a few $100s for them to clear out your mistakes made during the video shoot. Because again, you're going to have multiple sections. And then adding the title bar at the top, cleaning up the captions, sending it to you for review, and making it. So if you're like, Alex, I love you, but I'd rather work with somebody else, no problem. Budget a few $100 for that so that they get it nice, neat, and perfect. Because this is all about creating an asset for your business. The thing about a video domino is it should be timeless. It should be something you can turn on and off as you need leads to come in. Qualified leads they know who you are and they're interested in what you have. But this video domino should be timeless. You make it once and it works for you. So we have, I mentioned to Paul, that video ad, we made it for him last year. And it's on now as he's working to fill up his calendar for open enrollment. Carlo, that video has been running for a long time. It just continues to work over and over again. As he gets licensed in more states, we just open up the targeting to more and more states. It just keeps going and going and going. When you're done, I'm gonna go over the final result. What does it look like if you've got everything and it's done correctly? When you're done, you will have one ad campaign inside of your Facebook Ads Manager. One ad set with a long video for your cold audience. And when I say cold, it means they haven't watched the video yet. That's all it means. And then another ad set inside of the video domino campaign for your retargeting. So you'll have two ad sets. Now we recommend $10 a day for the cold and $1 a day for your retargeting video. So a total of $11 a day. I know it's kind of a weird number, but it works really well. So we want to use a lead generation ad. Now, here's a bonus tip. When the people take action on your video domino ad, they're filling out a lead generation ad, that little form that pops up. Here's a cool thing. Agent CRM can actually listen to Facebook and get their information as soon as they fill it out. And with Agent CRM, with all the triggers we have and the automations that we have, we can actually call you instantly as soon as the lead comes in. Is that amazing? So for example, when they're filling out that form on Paul and they're saying, Paul, I would love to meet with you. They're giving him their name, their email, and their phone number. That information, as soon as they click submit, then we use a hot live transfer to call Paul. Paul, you have a new Medicare appointment request from your video Domino ad. Are you available? Paul presses any number on his phone. Boom. He's on the phone with that prospect in minutes. There's no delay. Now, we can set it up so that he only gets that call during business hours. So after business hours, what happens? We can set it up so that they send him a voicemail or a text message to say, I just got your information. I'm not available to talk right now. Are you available tomorrow morning? Right? That could be the text message that gets sent out. It happens instantly. So now he's in a conversation with them. Is that amazing? So your video Domino ad is out there, rocking the shotgun, finding and attracting the right prospects. They are filling out the form right on Facebook. And as soon as they enter it in, boom, you are connected with them. So instant gratification with somebody who knows exactly how you're going to be helping them. So now I'd like to help you. Are there any questions before we get to the offer? There's quite a few here. All right. So let's go through this. I don't have testimonials. What should I do on the scripts? Great question. Use testimonials of people who have gotten results from the similar product that you're offering. So for example, somebody else in your company, somebody that works with somebody on your team, etc. Just make sure that when you do it, I think the second somebody finds out that you weren't 100% honest about how you presented the relationship, they start to lose trust. So make sure you present it well. So for example, if you are going to present that, you have an investment product and, you want to share how it helps stabilize, just say, our client at blank, my company name, had this problem, right? And so now it's like our client, it's not mine. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So you can use testimonials, just don't call them my client, call them things like our client. So any idea how many annuities have been written? I don't know how many he's got. It's been a lot. So I'd have to ask Carlo. I know that that's pretty much all they use right now to generate annuity leads. $11 a day, again, how many annuity sales a month? So I thought we had to pay per click. Cool. So let me go over what you're paying for when you tell Facebook $10 a day. $10 a day tells Facebook, I want to show this ad to X number of people. So it's basically you're paying for impression. That's how it works. The cost per click is only in Google. It's not in Facebook. Facebook doesn't charge you per click. They charge you per impression. So for Carlo, he's got his video and it's just crushing it. I don't have his stats pulled up in front of me, but I know he's getting, because Facebook will tell you, what is your ad costing? It's like, if you spent $11 a day for 5 days, so you spent a total of $55, and you got 11 people that filled out that lead form, it was $5 a lead. Does that make sense? So they're not charging you for the lead, they're telling you what your average cost is. So as far as like how many annuity sales, I can tell you how many people will fill it out. After that, it's up to you to close the deal. So they know exactly what you're going to be talking to them about. They know the client stories of the people you've helped. After that, it's up to you to close the sale. As far as how many people, how many annuities have been written, I already answered that question. Cool. So that is, all right. Any other questions, feel free to let me know. So we've gone over, so far in this video Domino webinar, we've gone over, it's been 45 minutes of just pure value at this point. I'm going to share with you how we can help you if you're like, all right, Alex, just do it. We've gone over what it is. I've shared what the scripts are for the long videos and the short videos. I've shared how we can hone in on the people that are saying, I am your target prospect based on their actions, their age, or their location. And I have shown you exactly how Agent CRM can put you on the phone with these hot leads instantly. So Tracy, can we turn the Facebook ad on and off at any time? Great question. Yes, you can. So for example, Paul, he's Medicare. So he turned he was running ads during open enrollment last year. That's when we first started. Then once open enrollment stopped, the ads went off. They've been off for months. He just flipped them back on again because he's like, all right, it's August. I need to start filling my calendar before November. So he had, 6 months or so, the ad's not running. Now he's turning it back on again, filling up his calendar with the exact same video that he had before. Carlo, what he does for his to generate the investment leads for IULs and annuities is he targets different states. So he's like, all right, I'm going to target California this month, and then Nevada this month, etc. So that's how he goes and just moves it around. He's like, all right, where do I need to feed my team? And he just moves his ads around. So great questions. All right, so if you want me to help you do this, here's what we're going to do. So first, you're going to work with Mary Jane. She's on our team. For those of you that have done a giveaway funnel before, she's the one that wrote your emails. She's amazing. And me. So Mary Jane's going to write the draft. She'll send it to you. You'll modify it because we need you to fill in the client testimonials and such. You'll send it back. Mary Jane and I will both review the script, make some changes on an as-needed basis, and then send it back. So you'll be working with me on the script. Then you're going to shoot the videos. Once the videos are shot, you're going to send them to us using Dropbox, Google, etc. And J5th on my team is going to edit them, clean them up, put them all together, make it look beautiful, the transitions, all that stuff, and then produce it. When I say produce, that means do the cool little thing on the top, put the captions at the bottom, make sure it's all dialed in. They're going to send those videos to you. Then after you see the videos, you can send tweaks, you can send corrections, you can say, I'd like this to, whatever that looks like. Once everything has the green light, Ryan, who many of you have worked with before, I think he's probably the most loved branding group team member. He will launch your ads and set up the automation. So we'll launch your ads to your target audience, we'll set up the automation in your agent CRM account, and you'll be good to go. So that's what we do for you. So let's go through it step by step. Number one, professional copywriter on our team has written video scripts for your product. You'll get access to the draft. So Mary Jane will work on that and send that off to you. Boom. You're going to tweak it with your stories, your specifics, and you're going to send it back to us. So for example, if you are doing Medicare, we have written Medicare video domino scripts before. We're going to send you our draft with a couple spots for you to fill in the blanks. It's very clear and easy for you. It's a Microsoft Word document. You fill in the blanks, you send it back. I will then review your script and make sure that everything looks good. If there's any tweaks that we should make, I'll make notes. If there's any notes that I have for you while you're shooting the video, I'll put them in there, etc., and send it back to you. That way, the script that you have in your hand, okay, this is good. Mary Jane wrote it. I put in my stories. Alex reviewed it personally, made sure it was good. I got it. Now I'm going to shoot the videos. So then our team will edit the videos, cut out any pauses, hesitations, or other mistakes, and apply the post-production magic. So when you see Paul's video, you'll see it is so clean. Looks like he did that in one take. But he actually sent over, I think it was like 7 different videos. J5th glued them all together, did the transitions, and it just looks beautiful. So, so our team takes care of that. Then we're going to send you our finished produced videos for your approval. I think you're going to be amazed at how these videos look. They look like $1 million. The eye-catching effects that we use, we do a lot of fun stuff to it to really catch the eye. People are scrolling. And you're going to be able to review it. Now, nothing happens until you review and approve those videos. When the videos are given the green light, we upload them all into your Facebook ads account. And so we do all the work. There's no, this is a one-stop shop. Everything's done for you. You don't have to do any of it. Even connecting to Agent CRM, Brian does all that stuff for you. So as the leads come in, they're plugged into your Agent CRM account. We set up the automations that you want, the hot live transfers, the text to ringless voicemail, all of it. It's all set up inside of your Agent CRM account. So good to go there. Now, here's 2 ways that we can help you take action. One is a Video Domino course, which is $197. 2, the Video Domino done for you. Now, you can either do 2 payments of $600, one today for $600, and then one when it's all done, or one lump payment of $997. If you want to take action, you go to videodomino.live. That's videodomino.live, not .com. Now, if you pay $997 today, I've never made this deal before. I'm going to make it today. If you pay the $9.97, I will include another big Domino script for you to use. In other words, that means this. That means that if you pay the $9.97, you're getting the big Domino script and all the editing, the retargeting script and all the edits and post-production. We're launching this under your ads account, connecting all the automation. We're doing all that for you already for the $9.97. You're essentially getting a 2-for-1 if you buy the $9.97 today. You're getting the 2-for-1. You're getting a second big Domino video where we work on the script with you. We do the edit and post-production, the whole thing. And then you set all that up in your ads account as well. So you can turn them on and off as you want to. We set up all the ads and automation, everything. So it's all there for you to use. Now your video is an asset. As I mentioned, Paul did this last year. He's using it again now, and he'll be able to use it again next year. It's timeless. There's no year on there. There's no dates on it, nothing. You can turn it on and off as he needs leads. Same with Carlo. He's been using the same video now for months. He just continues to use it, continues to feed him leads of people who want to talk about moving their investments into a safer vehicle, and he's able to close a lot of business from it. It's a one-time payment of only $9.97. Here's another thing that's an asset that you're building when you run these Video Domino. You're building an audience on Facebook of people who have identified themselves by their action of watching your video as someone who's interested. So what does that mean? That means that for those of you who are doing giveaways on a regular basis, as your audience grows and you can see, okay, these people are watching my video, but they're not taking action, right? That's okay that they're not taking action because we know based on their action of watching your video that they're interested and they're a good fit. Well, check this out. If they don't respond to the Video Domino, we can run a giveaway and include them in the target audience for your next giveaway, getting them into your database so that you can get on the phone with them. Now, when you call them, even though it's for the giveaway, they go, oh, you're the lady that I see on Facebook talking about health insurance, or you're the life insurance guy that I see your videos all the time. It's that connection, right? They go from watching the video, we can capture them in the retargeting audience, so now we can retarget them with the video. We want them to use that so they can set up an appointment. But you also have that audience. That audience is an asset inside of your ads manager, and you can target them with other things down the line, giveaways, etc. Isn't that cool? So videodomino.live is where you go to take action on this, the $9.97. It's a 2-for-1. We're only doing it today. For those of you that are like, Alex, I got this. Like, I want to take action, do it myself. Great. The replay will be up. You'll be able to watch this and take action on it. If you're like, man, I just want the course. I want step-by-step how to do all this. Awesome. Go to videodomino.live. You can get the course. Inside of the course, you have some example scripts in there for you to use, example retargeting scripts, a full walkthrough of how to set up and launch the ad, and a video on how to connect your lead generation ad to your agent CRM account. So you can do it all. Literally everything that we talked about is available for you in the course. If you want to hire us to do it, you can do that as well. And if you hire us to do it, it's a 2-for-1 special. 2 Video Dominoes for the price of 1. So super excited to work with you guys on this. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, Tracy, is there a limit to how many videos we can create? I think I tried to answer that right now. So you're doing 2. So we have the big 2 of the 3-minute videos, 2 retargeting. So we have so for example, Tracy, I don't know what types of products you sell, so I'm going to take a guess. So let's say that Tracy, you sell home and auto. So you can do a big Domino video script for home, and a retargeting video script for home, and then you can do a big Domino script for auto and a retargeting video for auto. So when they come into your agent CRM, you're going to know this person came from my home insurance ad, and this person came from my auto. They'll be separated. Does that make sense? In the DIY course, are there sample scripts? Yes, there are sample scripts in the course. Jim, I can do an annuity and a Medicare. Yes, we can do that. We can set it up so that the audiences are different. The budgets are set aside. So let's say you wanted to focus on, annuities right now and then Medicare closer to open enrollment. You can, put the $10 a day towards annuities between now and say October, and then you can use Medicare. You can run them both at the same time. But either way, Jim, they're assets for you. So yes, you can do one for annuity and one for Medicare, all for the one price of $9.97. There's no contracts or anything. It's just one price. We do it all. So the script writing, the post-production, setting it up under your ads account, the whole thing. It's a one-stop shop. There's literally nothing you have to do. Well, you have to work on the script, you have to shoot the videos. But as far as the technical stuff, there's nothing you have to do as far as setting it all up and making sure that works. We'll even show you how to turn everything on and off. So, of course you can reach out to us for help. If you're like, hey, I want to turn these off and turn this on or increase the budget, we're here for you. Like that's what it's all about. So you go to videodomino.live to take action on this, videodomino.live. I'll put the link in there just so I'm seeing a lot of people like, I'm so excited, can't wait to take action on this. It's awesome. All right, awesome.
Real quick, Alex.
Yeah, come on in.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is. I've already prepaid for my Video Domino a week or two ago. I'm assuming that gets me the second video too.
Yes.
Cool.
Right on, right on. Any other questions? I am here to help. Feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to turn the video panel back on so I can see y'all. And let's see, there we go, show video panel. Excellent.
Hey, I have a question for you, Alex. This is Marianne.
Yes.
Okay, so we just signed up with you folks last week. I guess we're just a little bit confused. Is this what we signed on for, or is this a different program completely?
I believe you signed on for the giveaway funnel.
Okay, so this is on top of the giveaway funnel, correct?
Yeah, this is separate. So the giveaway funnel is all about filling your pipeline with leads using the gift card contest. This is the Video Domino. This is a separate thing.
Okay, is it possible to see, I mean, you showed us, stills of the slides. Is it possible to see what any of those videos actually look like, or just,
yes.
Okay.
When I post the replay, I'll share the video examples of what the videos look like, the ones that I showed before. So
okay.
Paul, Carlo, the ones that I have permission to share, I'll share those.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, yeah, good question, good question.
Alex, question, this is Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, would it have been better for us, since we're on a budget, I wasn't aware of this, and this seems like it makes more sense for where Facebook is going these days, rather than collecting a bunch of names from people that, are just generally just filling out your giveaway funnel, and then you having to do all the sales work, no different than calling a cold lead. Compared to doing something more targeted like this, this makes more sense as far as I'm concerned, and my time is involved in terms of my time to do something like this. But we've already spent $1,000, with you on the other.
Yeah, you and I can talk about that. I mean, when it comes to, I still think the giveaway funnel, and I think every person on this call right now has done a giveaway funnel with me, and so they would all probably agree with me and say the giveaway funnel is, by far going to be the best way to build your database, nurture leads, and use it to set appointments. The Video Domino, you're getting leads at, it's a higher cost per lead, but the lead is, in general, a hotter one. So, but I will tell you this, Charlie, if you're like, hey, I don't know how far along we are on the giveaway, but you and I can talk separately about that.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with spending more money. It's just financially we just got started with something, and now we're talking about something entirely different. I guess, we got started with I know Marion's working on the aspects of the giveaway funnel, but, my time is very limited, and I want to be, I really want to be working with people that are focused, targeted, prospects that I'm not, I get it that I'm building a funnel and all of that, but we could talk about that. But I mean, I guess I'm just a little bit confused. This is a great idea, but I wish I'd known about this. If I would have had to make a decision, this would have been the way I would have gone.
Gotcha. Well, you and I can talk. If you want to go that direction, I'm here to help.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. Chuck asked, if I do IUL and annuity, should I do one video for each or two different videos? One video for each. Chuck, one video for each. Is there someone who would coach me what to do? That's, if there's not another question, I would say, because if you do IUL and annuities, I would do one video for each. So as far as the scripting goes, we help you write the script. I don't know if there's other coaching that you have.
Alex, this is Chuck. How are you?
Hey,
This
Chuck.
looks fantastic. The one question I have is I still don't quite understand. I get it's $11 a day, that extra dollar. But if I did an ad spend of $21 a day, what does that achieve more of? Could you, I don't understand that part of it.
Yeah, you're assuming that you go to, let's say, you just go from 11 to 22, just for the sake of the example.
Yes.
That means that your the big domino video would be seen by twice as many people. And your retargeting video would be shown to twice as many people in your retargeting audience. So it's really just, you're expanding the number of people that see it, which,
Okay.
assuming the video converts, which, we've seen all of our video domino campaigns be very successful, then that means you're doubling the amount of leads that come in per week.
What I'm trying to, and thank you, that's very helpful. What I'm trying to better understand is, with this, it's different than the giveaway funnel. And for easy numbers, if it is $11 a day, what type of response do you anticipate for an annuities IUL type ad? Would that be just one lead a day, two? What is a realistic number?
That's a very good question. The honest answer is that like for Paul, as I said on the first slide, he was getting people coming in about 15, 16. That means every other day he was getting one. So there'd be a day of silence, and then the next day he'd get a lead. That's the average, right? Obviously, it's not like programmed to do that, but that's what he was seeing. So for Carlo, he was seeing leads coming in one or two a day, right? So now, why was it's the audience size? Paul's reaching out to very narrow audience. Carlo was like statewide, and so, there was, more people that, could be seen, that were seeing his ad. So as far as like how many, honestly, we would just have to run the ad and see how it goes. We can always tweak it, as people who have been working with us before can attest. If they need more leads, then we expand the audience or expand the demographics and go from there. So, it's really hard for me to say, Chuck, without knowing your audience size, where you're doing it, etc., how many leads per day you can expect.
But someone would coach us on that. So we set that properly, right? Meaning audience, like what we're looking for to get the most out of our dollar. Like someone in your group would help us identify demographics as well as geographics to just get a better bang for a dollar.
Yep, absolutely.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric Cox, is Agent CRM included? No, you'd have to get Agent CRM separately. You can get it at agent-crm.com, right? If you wouldn't mind posting the link, you can check that out. Dr. Erica, where will you post the videos? Good question. You post the videos on your Facebook page, and so it would be shown on Facebook and Instagram. We can also, if you want, we can make the videos YouTube as well and send you the YouTube videos so that you can post it on your YouTube channel and use it there as well. So
no, I'm sorry, I probably didn't
go
clarify.
ahead.
I apologize. I was asking because another young lady asked about us viewing some of the videos that you guys have already compiled, the ones that you stated were utilized already, and you said you will post them. So I was asking, where will you post that video?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to make a replay page as soon as this is done. On the replay page, you all will get the link, and the videos will be posted there. So you can watch the replay of this presentation, or underneath it, see the examples of the other videos we've created.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great question. Are there any other questions related to the video domino or Agent CRM? Excellent, excellent. All right, well, I think we are a wrap. I'm so excited to work with you guys. I'll be posting the replay shortly. To take action, go to videodomino.live, videodomino.live, and I will talk with you guys soon. For those of you that have signed up, I'm excited to work with you. I'll talk with you guys later on. Thanks for coming to the webinar.